What's your name?
I'm Christelle Wagner.
How old are you?
I just turned 40.
Where are you from?
I grew up in France for the first 19 years of my life in Grenoble in the French Alps, and then moved to California for another 17 years, and then now live in Panama. So I don't know if I'm half from California and half from France, kind of half and half.
What is it like to live in France?
It was um, it was just kind of hard, you know. It was the life there is difficult. It's there's no conveniency. I grew up watching my mom just really struggle with everything. So I think that there's no opportunities business-wise. Everything's very closed and controlled, and it's kind of hard to live your passion. You kind of have to, people are very and that's just how life is. You just have to work hard, and there's no hope. There's very little hope in France, I feel like. Most people have gotten used to this difficult life, and that's just the way it is.
How is it to live in Panama?
Well, here in Venao is kind of like, this magical little place where, people have problems and they are feeling the problems and they're healing from them. I feel like here, being in nature, it really creates space for us to be ourselves and to feel what's going on internally and to grow from it. Because there's time, there's space, and you just have to deal with yourself. Sometimes when you're busy, in the cities, when there's a lot going on, it's very easy to just not feel anything, to block. We have all those feeling blockers, and I think that's what most people do. We just spend years not feeling anything. But once you get here, you can't get away from your feelings anymore. You have to go from them, and that's beautiful. Like for me, that's the purpose of life, is to heal from all of the negative experiences that life has. Everyone goes through negative experiences in life. It's just a matter of being able to feel them and move past them, and that's what we do here.
Describe yourself in 3 words.
A lot of my friends call me a unicorn, so I want to say unicorn in a way that I feel the magic of life and I live the magic, So magical, I guess, is probably better than unicorn. Magical, grounded, and loving. Compassionate. Okay, 3 words. Magical, grounded, compassionate.
You teach yoga here in Panavision?
Yes, I teach one class at Selina's, and I teach one class here in this magical Eco-Venao space.
What does yoga mean to you?
Well, yoga is about union, right? So it's about coming back to yourself. I feel like I always leave a part of me in different places. I feel like my energy is really scattered until I do yoga, and it's like I come back to this place of wholeness. To me, that's what yoga means. I go back to being myself, who I'm supposed to be. It's creating space for just breathing mostly. It's not, the physical postures don't matter as much. It's really the breath that helps us come back inside of our body so that we can be ourselves. We can be whole and complete, which is really not what most of us do every day. You're everything you do, you're somewhere else. You're thinking of something else, right? So yoga makes you stop all that thinking process, and it makes you just come back to being and feeling, and that's where life is. It's in the moment, right? So that's what yoga does, and that's what yoga is.
How long have you taught yoga?
I've been teaching since 2008, so I believe maybe 13 years, oh, a little more.
What has been your experience teaching here in Playa Vinal so far?
I love teaching in Vinao because I really feel connected to the community. I really feel appreciated. Here people want this deeper kind of yoga. They're not really interested in the physical practice or the workout, so to say. They do want to learn the breathing. They do want to learn the meditation. They appreciate all of that I love to teach. My way of teaching is the postures, yes, but only to get deeper into our pranayama, our breathing exercises in our meditation. For me, that's what yoga is, and that's what I want people to feel. I want people to feel that heart connection when they're practicing yoga and feel the mind just being wiped away. This is what I want them to feel, and I can see that here people are connected to that and they're appreciating it. They're receiving it, and it's beautiful.
If you were forced to teach like in Paris, would that be a challenge?
There's not a lot of yoga there, so I think it would be amazing, but it would probably be also really hard. Although I love teaching beginners because they come in and they're really humble and they gain so much from just one class. They walk out of the first class and they're like, what was that? I feel brand new. So it's very rewarding to teach beginners, and I would love it. I think that I may run into a lot of people who come in thinking they're going to work out and exercise. So, those people, I usually love to help them slow down and appreciate the yoga. And sometimes, you can't get them to realize it. Sometimes they're not ready. They just want to work out. So that can be a little bit like, But usually, most of them, they slow down and they feel the yoga and they work out brand new, and that makes me so happy.
What other countries have you visited?
Many countries in Europe, India. I also lived in South Africa, Cape Town, when I was 3 to 5 years old. So pretty much a little bit in all continents, I feel like, yeah.
What was your experience like in California?
I loved California. It was fun in the 20s and the 30s, it was a really great place to be because there was many opportunities. Over there, if you have the will and the drive to grow a business, I had a yoga business, there's opportunities. You can make it happen there. A lot of other countries, it's very closed. There's a lot of blockage. Over there, the States is really supports entrepreneurs. It's easy to make it happen. There's a lot of opportunities, and I wanted to teach yoga. All I had to do was take this 200-hour teacher training, which in 30 days I was ready to start this brand new career. So that alone I thought was amazing, and you can't do that anywhere. I mean, now you can probably do that most places, but just the business opportunities in California are just amazing.
Is there any place you would like to go that you haven't?
Yes, I think that I would like to go everywhere. This is I want to see the entire Earth. Because we are the Earth. We're not just one country. We are. So I would love to feel and see and know and understand every population of the world.
That's funny that you say that, because when I was little, I had a globe, and I would look at it, and I thought the exact same thing. I was like, I want to touch every part of the Earth.
Yeah.
It was like that exact same one. So.
Because this is our home, our home is not just this. The Earth is our home.
How many languages do you speak?
I speak French and English fluent, and then Spanish is on the way. Slowly building that up.
You are a mother?
Yes, I have 2 boys.
What are the challenges being a mom?
Slowing down and making time for myself. It's so easy to get caught up in the dishes are more important, or cleaning the floor is more important. But really, what's more important is to, stop all of that and just look at the view. Sit down and enjoy the beauty and feel the love, or just sitting with the kids and watch them play. It's like your mind always tells you like you should be making a better dinner, and sometimes, or like cleaning your house better. You're a mother, you have to have a clean house, and I'm like, I feel it's more important to just sit and play with the kids and feed them pasta, because for them, they will for me to make time to love them is going to feed their soul way more than a fancy dinner with all the vegetables. And so, but then, there's a part of me that's always like, no, you should make more greens, you should take time to cook more. But my soul says you need to make time for being with them and playing.
Do you have a dream you would like to make reality?
Yes, I dream of a community that is able to live completely independent from the systems of the world, and for this community to grow as wide as we can without the need of any kind of administration, and just being able to trade between each other. And I feel like we have that here. That's why my soul was so attracted to Panama, and it felt true to me right away, like I knew this was it. And then the more I'm here, the more I realize this is it, it's happening. We are like living sustainably more and more. We are helping each other, everyone, every time you need something, like you need something from the city, someone will go get it for you. You need a ride, you need some eggs, someone has it. You need some fish, you hook up with the fisherman, it's so amazing.
What do you think would make the world a better place?
If we could all be free like that, without the control of the systems, if we could all be able to work together and trade with each other.
Like more open interactions where people actually know one another.
Well, I'm thinking like just even the resources, the world has enough resources for everyone to be well fed, for everyone to have a house over their head. There is enough resources. So I wish that, we could, lose the control of the system that is making us lack everything, right? There should not be anyone who's starving. There's enough food for everyone. So that's what I want to see. I want to see this shift where we're able to just fire the system and come into a place where everyone is well fed, has a roof over their head, and is happy, because that's how we're supposed to be.
Balance.
What does balance mean?
Just balance essentially would make the world a better place.
Yes.
And like you said, there's all these resources, and it's not really set up harmoniously to share them, or
yes. Greed is really what's causing a lot of problems.
Yeah, I agree. Thank you. Priceless interview. I appreciate it.
Yeah, thank you.
That was good.
Yeah.
Good stuff.
Good job. So that's it. That was easy enough.